Hello and welcome to Brewers Daily, part of the Fan Arch Podcast Network. This episode brought to you by Kalshi. Use promo code FANARCHBASEBALL to get $10 when you trade 10. I'm Dave Gasper. Lots to get to here on a Monday show, a Victory Monday, Victory Chicken Monday, perhaps, if you will, as the Brewers sweep the New York Yankees over the weekend in an incredible series. The Brewers pitching staff was dominant. They held a very potent Yankees lineup down for most of that entire series. Aaron Judge, Judge homered on Sunday, but still a solo shot. They're able to keep him largely in check-ish, as much as you can keep Aaron Judge in check. But the Yankees have one of the best records in baseball, and the Brewers took all three games from them and did an incredible job doing so. You get a shutout in night one, then you get a pair of walk-offs Saturday and Sunday. Just really great fashion by the Brewers there as they get themselves, trying to get themselves going here. Offensively, they're still not quite fully where they want to be, even though they won these three games. The offense wasn't super great, but it was good enough to get the win. And the pitching staff also playing a role there, giving the offense a chance there to be able to win these games. And it all started with none other than Jacob Misiorowski on Friday night. Holy cow. We talked about, leading into it, how this is going to be an electric pitching matchup. You got Max Fried on the mound for the Yankees, Jacob Misiorowski for the Brewers. You got two aces, two studs out there on the mound. This is going to be great. Electric pitching matchup. We didn't know just how electric it was going to be because, my goodness, Jacob Misiorowski, just absolute insanity what he did. So he comes out there in the first inning and he doesn't throw a pitch slower than 102.4 miles an hour. He hit 103 7 times. He was this close to an immaculate inning. Strikes out Trent Grisham on 3 pitches, all fastballs. He strikes out the next batter there, Ben Rice, on 3 pitches. Boom, 3 fastballs, done, sit down. Aaron Judge gets ahead of him 0-2. Another fastball just missed the corner. Judge just held up on a check swing and ends up going to a 10th pitch. Judge lines out to right field, but my goodness. Just fastball after fastball, 102, 103. He was fired up. It was some of the hardest pitching you have ever seen in your life. It is the hardest pitching you've ever seen in your life. I mean, no one has had that kind of velocity, that sustained, especially, throughout a whole first inning, throughout the whole game. Miz was throwing 102, 103 into the fifth. My goodness. We have seen these bursts from him before in the first inning, and then as he gets to, the third, fourth, fifth inning, the velo drops down a little bit. And he had that drop a little bit more, but he was still able to reach back and get 102, 103 later on in the game. So that is a very good sign for his ability to maintain that velocity deeper into starts so that he can go deeper into starts. Ends up with 6 shutout. Really an incredible performance there from Jacob Misiorowski. Part of that could be the talk that he had with CC Sabathia prior to the game. CC Sabathia, Dave Parker II were there for their Brewers Wall of Honor induction. Sabathia, obviously the bigger name with the more recent accolades with the Brewers, more recent playing time with the Brewers, getting a lot of the attention, but 6'7" CC Sabathia talking with 6'7" Jacob Misiorowski before the game. And Sabathia's obviously hyping up Misiorowski and what he's done for the Brewers and what kind of pitcher that he is. The New York Yankees, those hitters were talking about how insanely good of a starter Jacob Misiorowski is. Aaron Judge talking about how he's going to be a really, really good pitcher for such a long time and how he's a star over there. All the guys that they have. Misiorowski absolutely stole the show, and it was an absolutely incredible performance. What he's done his last 2 outings, the numbers that he was putting up against Washington before the hamstring cramp kicked in, and then what he had against the Yankees here, whew, boy. I mean, it is just so fun to watch. It is appointment viewing every time Jacob Misiorowski is on the mound. So that is how this series started, with Misiorowski just dominating the Yankees hitters up and down the lineup. And the Brewers offense was able to take advantage against Max Fried. He lost it for a little bit there in the second inning. 8 straight pitches out of the zone, walked a bunch of guys. The Brewers able to get some soft contact that went through. They put up 4 runs in the second. They make Fried throw 40 pitches. They got very close to having to pull Fried from the game because he had just thrown too many pitches in that second inning. But ultimately, he was able to make it through and end up making it through 6 innings for the Yankees. With their bullpen kind of in dire straits with what they needed, for him to make it through 6 and not really give up any more after that, very impressive for Max Fried. But still, the Yankees offense was not able to overcome the Brewers pitching, and the Brewers added on a couple more runs late, and they end up with a shutout victory over the Yankees on Friday night. And it just set the tone for the entire weekend. It set the tone for Kyle Harrison the next day, and it set the tone for the rest of the weekend there. It set the tone for Logan Henderson on Sunday, and what the Brewers needed and how they were able to keep the Yankees down during this series, and for the rest of this pitching staff and what they've been able to do. And we talked about it. I mean, this is what we talked about the past couple of days, looking on Kalshi. If you had followed my advice there, you'd be up quite a bit for the Yankees game, not only on Friday, but throughout the whole weekend there, because on Kalshi you can trade every single game, and a whole lot more as well. I mean, there's lots of props and other things that you can look at as well. And one market that I'm certainly looking at right now is the pro baseball wins leader for the entire season. Who's going to lead the league in wins? And Aaron Ashby right now is trading at 5%. The Vulture, Aaron Ashby. Yes, he has taken over that nickname. We'll get more into that here. But if you want to, Aaron Ashby is trading at 5% to win, to be the pro baseball wins leader this year, meaning a $100 trade pays out $732.75 if he's able to complete it. Right now, Aaron Ashby is your wins leader in Major League Baseball, and Pat Murphy is not slowing down in his usage. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FANARCHBASEBALL to get $10 when you trade 10, Kalshi, Kalshi, trade on anything. Yeah, and Aaron Ashby, we talked with Pat Murphy about this on Sunday a little bit, just Ashby's usage and what they're looking at for his role, his history. I mean, him coming through the shoulder surgery that he had a couple of years ago and turning into this electric reliever that the Brewers have. And Murphy talked about how him and the pitching coaches and the staff, they're thinking that that Aaron Ashby could reach 100 innings as a reliever this year. That's right, 100 innings. You don't see that very often, but the Brewers certainly have him seemingly on pace. They played their 38th game today. Aaron Ashby made his 19th appearance, so he's appeared in half the games. So he's on pace to appear in 81 games out of the bullpen. And he's had a lot of multi-inning opportunities. He just completed his 26th inning of work on Sunday. And we are not, maybe around the quarter-ish? No, just under the quarter-ish pole of the season. And he's over a quarter of the way to 100 innings. So if he maintains on this usage pace, we absolutely could see 100 innings for Aaron Ashby out of the bullpen. You look at him as a starter, they feel like his stuff is better out of the bullpen. They like him there in that role, and he's just such a weapon in multiple different possibilities, multiple different situations that the Brewers love putting him in. And he's been able to vulture a lot of wins because of it. I mean, he had that on Saturday, taking the win from Chad Patrick, essentially. And then you look at Sunday, he had the opportunity. He had the opportunity to vulture a win on Sunday. Comes in, pitches the 8th inning in a tie game. If the Brewers had put up a run in the bottom of the 8th inning, they would have been able to get him on the hook for a win. But offense couldn't do it then. You had to wait till you get back around to Brice Turang. More on that in a moment as well. But, I mean, everyone in that clubhouse is calling him out on being the vulture, taking all these wins, how he's been able to lead the league in victories, despite having so few innings, despite not being a starter, because typically your wins leader is a starter. That's what it has been pretty much historically this whole time. But starters nowadays, I mean, you're lucky to get 30 starts out of them. You hope you can get those wins for him, but with how we see bullpens used nowadays, guys who pitch 60, 70 times a year, why can't they get a whole bunch of wins? I mean, that's certainly within the realm of possibility. So, for them, excuse me. I mean, it's definitely possible for Aaron Ashby to lead the league in wins. Can he remain on this pace? Can he do it? The way Pat Murphy's using him, I'm not counting it out. You look at it right now, I mean, he's at 7 wins already on the season, and he is currently on pace for 31 wins. That's right, 31 wins. When was the last time we saw a 30-game winner in Major League Baseball? I'll give you a hint. It's been a long time. It has been a very long time since we've seen anyone even come close to 30 wins in Major League Baseball. And right now, Ashby is on that kind of pace. Will he maintain that? I mean, probably not. I mean, you see a lot of these guys early on in the season, he's on pace for 100 home runs. And guess what? He doesn't end up hitting 100 home runs throughout the season. Like, I think right now Aaron Judge is on pace for like 80 home runs. And it's probably not going to end up being 80 for him. But still, it's just stupid. I mean, how they've used him, it puts him in that situation. And he's been able to take advantage. The offense has been able to take advantage and get him those vultures. But we'll see if it maintains. But Ashby has been rock solid, rock steady as well for the team this season. I mean, he is, over his last 11 appearances, Aaron Ashby has a 0.64 ERA. 14 innings, 9 hits, 1 earned run, 23 strikeouts. Insane what he's been up to. And also, we talked about this on Friday as well, Brice Turang has been insane. And Brice Turang does it again over the weekend here as he hits the walk-off blast to put the Brewers over the top and get the sweep. Hits it off David Bednar in the 9th inning, 2 outs, first pitch, bang, dead center. He wasn't quite sure that he got enough off the bat, but he was able to get enough backspin on it. He knew it was going to be over the head of Grisham, and sure enough, ends up going just over the fence and gets Brewers their home run. Brice Turang is just on an incredible run, as he has been for quite some time now. Over his last 10 games, Brice Turang is 15 for 38, so he's hitting .395 with a .500 on-base percentage, 632 slug, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 11 runs scored. That's all just in the last 10 games for Brice Turang. And he had an incredible tag as well over the weekend, trying to put a tag on a stolen base attempt, jumping up in the air, getting the tag up in the air, putting it down, and being able to get it in time. It's just what he brings to this team is so crucial. It's so important to their success. How they've been able to remain afloat when they didn't have Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, Andrew Vaughn. Having Turang has helped them, stay afloat. And now that all those other guys are back, it does give these other opportunities for him to get a pitch to hit and come up clutch at the plate. And you just can't say enough good things about the guy and how he's helped this team and how you just want him to be able to stay with the Brewers long term. And you want to see that extension. We've talked about trying to get that extension. Doesn't appear that it's going to happen. If it does, it's certainly not going to be team friendly, not going to be cheap. But he seems to be worth every single penny. And he just continues to impress and continues to grow into a superstar. That is straight up what Brice Turang is becoming. He is becoming a superstar before our very eyes. And we just see it every single day. And it's games like this, the walk-off home run against Bednar, that just further prove it. And, now the Brewers get themselves a day off before they welcome in the San Diego Padres and, continue this homestand. And we'll be talking about that tomorrow as well as we lead into the Padres series as Brewers get a big lift here by sweeping the New York Yankees. We'll continue to break things down as we will throughout the entire season. So be sure to follow me here and subscribe on Brewers Daily. Get notified every single time a new episode drops. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Follow me on Twitter at dgasper24. Got tons of great content coming out of that clubhouse on there every single day. So be sure to follow me there. Appreciate all of you watching and enjoying. And we'll see you again next time for another episode of Brewers Daily.